What's up guys, my name's Brennan and today Apple released iOS 12.0.1 to the general public. So just from the software update screen you can see there are a lot of fixes in this version. So this is going to basically just refine everything that was wrong with iOS 12. Not everything, but a lot of things that were wrong with iOS 12, including ChargeGate and the connectivity issues it looks like Apple is also addressing here for iPhone XS users. And if you guys have been watching my channel, you know that this is a big one and we'll talk about that here in a second. But anyways, you can see right here the update came in at 156.6 megabytes here on my iPhone XS Max. Of course, that size will vary depending on which version you're coming from. And if we go into our settings, general about, take a look at the build number, you can see right there it's 16A405. I know a lot of you guys like to see that build number just to make sure you are on the right version. But anyways, going back to the changes here in 12.0.1, the very first issue that has been fixed is that iPhone XS devices did not immediately charge when connected to a lightning cable. And I'm sure pretty much all of you guys have heard by now of ChargeGate. I covered it here on the channel and I said specifically that you should not buy an iPhone until this is addressed, and it looks like it has finally been addressed. And then the second bullet point here is my favorite fix in 12.0.1. This is the thing I was looking forward to the most for Apple to fix, and that is resolves an issue that could cause iPhone XS devices to rejoin a Wi-Fi network at 2.4 gigahertz instead of at 5 gigahertz. So in previous videos, I have mentioned that the connection drops on my iPhone XS Max, but I think the actual reason now, this actually tells me that the reason for that is because I didn't actually put in the password for my 2.4 gigahertz band. I have a different password for 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. And since I didn't have the password put in for 2.4 gigahertz, it basically just dropped from 5 gigahertz for about, 20, 30 seconds and then rejoined back to that same Wi-Fi network. So now that Apple has actually pointed out what the issue is, that makes a lot of sense as to what my issue was. So if you were having this issue, it looks like it has been fixed here in 12.0.1, and I will be doing a follow-up video just to make sure that everything has been fixed and be giving you guys, my overall thoughts of the software after a few days. And then you can see right there is a fix for the iPad keyboard. We also have a fix for an issue where subtitles may not appear in some video apps. And then the final bullet point is another thing I covered earlier on the channel, and that is addresses an issue where Bluetooth could become unavailable. And this was actually nothing that I experienced, but I did read a ton of forum posts on apple.com talking about this issue, especially on the iPhone XS and XS Max. Now, as far as the performance goes in iOS 12.0.1, I would not expect any kind of increase. This is just a point update. Apple usually never really enhances the speed on these point updates, so I wouldn't really expect anything to be more fluid or fast on 12.0.1 compared to iOS 12. Now the iOS 12.1 betas, which are going on right now, as well as the final version of 12.1 will probably address some performance issues, and you may see an increase in performance there, but not on these small point updates like 12.0.1. And the same thing goes for battery life. I would not expect any kind of improvement to battery life here in 12.0.1. The only thing associated with battery that will be fixed is the ChargeGate, of course, which we talked about. But as far as battery life goes, you can see that it was pretty fantastic here on iOS 12, and I can imagine it's only going to get better with 12.1, possibly even 12.0.1. I don't know, it's still too early to tell, but I will be releasing a follow-up video to let you know if anything does change as far as battery performance and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for iOS 12.0.1. Very small update, but it does address some very major issues, especially with iPhone XS and XS Max users. And of course, this is the first public release since the iPhone XS and XS Max have been released, so it makes sense that they did mainly address issues with the XS and XS Max here. So like I said, I will be releasing a follow-up video very soon on iOS 12.0.1 just to address these fixes and make sure they are actually working properly, because I did make a video saying not to buy an iPhone until these are fixed. So I do want to make a follow-up saying that it's all right to buy one now. There's not really many issues, and I just want to confirm that they are actually working as expected on my iPhone XS Max here. And of course, since I am using this as my daily driver, I will definitely notice every single change. So there you have it, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, let me know down in a comment below if you installed iOS 12.0.1 yet, and if you didn't, let me know why. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.